Hello friends, I'm Tim Wildsmith, and in this video we're talking about all things Bible ribbons. And it's not just me. I asked a few of my favorite Bible reviewers to join me. Okay, so I've been obsessing about Bible ribbons lately. I've been thinking about them all the time, and this is something that happens to you when you're a Bible reviewer, but I've been thinking about Bible ribbons, the length, the width, the color, the number, and when you look at all the different Bible publishers out there, you get lots of different options. You get these skinny, short ones from Crossway, you get really long, thicker ones from Allen, and it goes the whole range. You get multicolored ones, and I was thinking, man, what is my preference? If I had to choose one type of Bible ribbon, what do I love? And I started making a list of all of my favorite Bibles and what ribbons they have on it. And it was just overwhelming to me. So let me ask you this. If you had to pick your favorite Bible ribbons, what your preferences are, how long would they be? How wide would they be? How many would you put on your Bible? And what color would they be? Whether that's multiple colors or a single color, what color would they be compared to the goatskin? Those are the things that I am obsessing over. And you know what I decided to do? I decided to reach out to a few of my favorite Bible reviewers to ask them to weigh in on this. So first up, I don't know if you know this, but they did a study in America, a very statistical study. It was like a census, and they determined that if your name is Tim, you are 76.8% more likely to become a YouTube Bible reviewer than if your name is something else. And with that in mind, I reached out to my friend Tim Nichols from a Nichols Worth Bible Reviews. Tim, what do you think about Bible ribbons?
Hey Bible lovers, I'm going to do a favor to a buddy, Tim Wildsmith. This is for you, and we're going to talk about ribbons. What are the right ribbons? What's the right length of ribbons? What's the right width of ribbons? And here is the facts. This is not my opinion. This is fact. This is undebatably true. All right, number one, the correct ribbons, no matter what the Bible is 3/8 double-sided, and they have to be satin. And in a thin line, the correct number is 2. You don't want one in a thin line. You don't want them stacked. You want them separated. This is the way. Okay, this is how this is supposed to be. If it's a little bit thicker, then you can go ahead and go with 3 ribbons. Now, as you can see, I prefer to have these sticking out about 4 to 5 inches. I actually prefer about 6 or 7, but this is acceptable. These little dinky short ribbons, that's not going to work. This is the way this is supposed to be. This is not debatable. 3 ribbons on a thicker Bible, and they need to be at least 6 inches outside. If you're going for a study Bible, you need at minimum 4, but possibly 5, and you need to go wild on the cover, the colors. So anyhow, again, 5 to 6 inches out, you need those 3/8 double-sided satin, and you don't need to, you know how some companies kind of glue up the tops and gunk them up? Don't do that. They're supposed to look nice and pretty like this. On a thicker study Bible, you can go ahead and go with 5. So here is the answer, okay? For the thickest Bible, 5, next thickest 4. On a normal Bible, 3. On a thin line, 2. They have to be 3/8. They have to be at least 6 inches outside the block. And this is just the way it is. This is not debatable. This is correct. If anyone tells you anything different, they are wrong. There you have it. Keep calm. Jesus on.
Okay, so Tim has some very specific preferences when it comes to his Bible ribbons. But guess what? Tim Frish is also another Tim who reviews Bibles. So there's Tim Wildsmith, Tim Nichols, Tim Frish. We're the Bible Review Tims. Like I said, 76.8% more likely to become a Bible reviewer. Let's find out what the Frish perspective is on Bible ribbons.
Hey Tim, so you're looking for some guidance on ribbons and Bibles, and I just want to show you what I think everybody's really going to agree with, what the best ribbon you can get out there is. Really, I mean, if you look at this Bible I'm going to show you, I think everybody would agree this is exactly what we're all looking for. It's a Crossway Bible. It has this nice little ribbon here, not very wide, not very long, and it's just one ribbon. It's really perfect because if you need a place to mark your spot, it does the job and it doesn't get in the way. Matches the Bible color scheme. What more could you ask for?
Okay, Tim Frish, I see what you did there. I think he was trying to play devil's advocate a little bit on this. I think he was messing around with this. But maybe that's what Tim really loves when it comes to his Bibles. Okay, so we've gotten 2 guys named Tim plus me. I guess that's 3 Tims. You know what we need? We need a female perspective on Bible ribbons. So I reached out to my friend Kat Woods, and Kat gave us a little bit of a case study with one of her Cambridge Bibles.
All right, so what I would like to see Cambridge do for their ribbons, get about 2 inches thicker ribbons. These are really thin, really tiny. Get about between 2 and 4, depending on the size of the Bible, ribbons long enough to where you can pull it over here to the side and turn the page. I don't like having to pull it so tight in order to do that because it will mess up the gilding. That's totally not fair to me. So make them thicker, make them double satin. Beresford ribbons would be amazing. The quality of the ribbons really upscales and upgrades the quality of the Bible. So this is the goat skin. They're worse ribbons than the calf skin, so that should not be the case. So get them double satin, both sides, 2-inch Beresford ribbons, long enough to where we can pull it on the edge of the Bible.
Thanks so much, Kat. Okay, so we've got the two Tims and Kat, and essentially they've all given us different answers about what they love about Bible ribbons and what they think Bible ribbons should look like. So what are we going to do? How are we going to settle this? How are we going to really find out what the right... You know what we should do? We need someone who can systematically, scientifically tell us what the right answers are about Bible ribbons. Who can we do that? Who do we know that really does Bible reviews in a systematic and scientific way? You know who we need? We need R. Grant Jones. Take it away, Grant.
Tim asked questions about ribbons. It's a very important topic, obviously. He wanted to know about the length, width, number, and color preferences. Well, the length is obvious. It's a little simple mathematics. You know your page height and width. Remember to measure them all in the same units. So if you're using centimeters for the ribbon length, use centimeters here for the height and the width of the page. If they give you those dimensions in millimeters, divide by 10. If they are in inches, then you multiply by 2.54. The length of the ribbon then, by the Pythagorean theorem, is the square root of the height squared plus the width squared. Then you want to add a few centimeters to hang out the end, as here. I think you need at least 6 there, maybe 7 would be preferable. The question of width is a little harder to derive, but going by experience, I find a 1/4 inch ribbon like this in the Thompson chain is not optimal because it tends to fold over and crease. On the other hand, if you were to go to this width, you would find it a little bit unwieldy. I think this is 5/8 of an inch wide, just too wide. 3/8 of an inch or 10 millimeters is preferable, as you see here in the Allen Long Primer and in Schuyler's recent Revised Standard Version edition. 10 millimeters, 3/8 of an inch, that's what you want to use. The number of ribbons is intuitively obvious. It is 3, as you see in both of these editions. 3 is the right answer. Now, why is 3 the right answer? Well, it has to do with the use. Now, if I'm just studying the Bible, all I need is 1 to mark my spot so I can come back to where I was before. Why do I need 2 more? Well, if I'm doing devotional reading, I'm likely using my 1928 Book of Common Prayer, and you see for morning and evening prayer, there'll be readings from the Old Testament, 1 from the Old Testament, and readings from the New Testament, 1 from the New Testament. And there's also a reading from the Psalms, but the Psalms are here in the Book of Common Prayer. So I don't need to go to the Bible for those, but I do need to use the Bible for the Old Testament and New Testament readings, so I better have marked them in my Bible. The answer is 3. And the final outstanding issue is color. This again, I think, is rather obvious. If you have a brown Bible, you want gold ribbons. And if you have a black Bible, particularly a black Bible with a red liner, you want red ribbons. No other colors need be considered.
All right, so there you have it. R. Grant Jones giving us some science. That has to be the first time that the Pythagorean theorem has been used in a Bible review, right? But I mean, those are legitimate answers, scientifically calculated. Those are the right answers. Clearly, those are the right answers about Bible ribbons, right? I wish, man, that was great. That was great. I wish we could find Bo Tate out there somewhere and that he could participate in this, because I really would love to. What's that? Oh, we got an incoming transmission. Wait, Bo, are you there?
Hey, Tim. I thought I heard my name. Yeah, I'd love to weigh in on this ribbon video you got. But first, all of you out there, show your appreciation for my buddy Tim Wildsmith. Doing an amazing job. Probably the reviewer of the year for 2021 for sure. Come on, let's hype him up. Let's go. Yeah, that's big time. Big time. All right now, come on back down. Let's go. Come back down. That's quite enough. That's quite enough. All right, y'all settle down. All right, now. So I want to start with showing this Horween Omega on how to not do ribbons. It's the diameter of the ribbon, the length of the ribbon, and the placement of the ribbons. They messed up all that. They're stacked ribbons, so they're not actually laid out left to right. They're also really short. The purpose for the ribbon is to be able to slide it to the corner of the page and use the ribbon to turn the page. With these short ribbons, you slide to the corner and there's barely anything left. And with stacked ribbons, you can also see that it could tear the paper at the top of the page if you use your ribbons in this manner. Now, the ribbons that I love are really big, thick ribbons. Now, this is a PTL rebind that I love. It has 6 to 7 inch ribbon lengths, and the colors are always complementary. So if I go to the corner here, I can go to the corner. I have all this room to open and move. Having all this excess length is kind of more of a style choice for me as well. So you can also see the placement with the headband. They're in order, left to right. Now they overlay, but they're not stacked. So that's a big deal with how they function, as long as you keep them all in order. And lastly, I wanted to show a few that do it really well. This is the Grace and Truth Study Bible from Zondervan. Then we have the 38 GSM original ESV Quintel and the ESV SCR. And you can see all these Bibles have ribbons that are around 4 to 5 to 6 inches, maybe 5.5 inches past the end of the block. They're all thick 10 millimeter double-sided satin ribbons. And with all of these, you go to the corner, you use that ribbon to open your paper, and it saves the edges of your book block from oils and wet hands and whatnot. Bible ribbon is a very subjective, individual thing. And it's kind of like having a favorite Bible. Now, this is my favorite Bible. This is the 03 Heirloom Reference, commonly known as the Godfather, a name that I'm proud to have given. But I think it's about time we hear from the Godfather of YouTube Bible reviews. What do you think, Randy A. Brown?
Hey, this is Randy from BibleBuyingGuide.com. I've never mentioned this to anyone, but what first got me interested in premium Bibles is ribbons. Somewhere around 2009, 2010, EvangelicalBible.com had a photo on their website of an R.L. Allen ESV. I don't even know which one it was, but it had beautiful ribbons, and I think it had 3, if I remember correctly, and they were different colors. That got my attention. The first Bible that I had that had that type of ribbon was the Scholar KJV Reference Edition, which is the Trinitarian Bible Society, Westminster. And this one has 4 ribbons: gold, purple, green, brown. I love multiple colors. I like 2, 3, or 4. 4 is probably my preference, but 2 or 3 is fine also. I like them about 3/8 of an inch, maybe a little bit longer than these. My very first rebind I ever got was from AE Bibles. And I chose a blue, a red, and a gold. And this is a brown Bible. So I like colors that go well with the cover itself. 3/8 inch satin, double-sided, long enough to pull to the corner. These might be a little bit too long, actually. I would cut these about right in there. About right there somewhere. I like double-sided, satin, multiple colors, long enough to pull to the corner to open the Bible. So that's my preference for Bible ribbons.
So there you have it, the Godfather himself, Randy Brown, weighing in on Bible ribbons. Now, this was kind of a fun, lighthearted video, but I think the point here is that Bible ribbons, the preferences are subjective. What you like may be different than what somebody else likes, and thankfully there's a lot of different options out there in the Bible publishing world for you to get the right ribbons that you like. And it's really not the ribbons that make the Bible. It's about finding a great translation of the Bible that you love. It's about finding a great typesetting of the Bible that's going to draw you in and make you want to read it. That's what this is all about. So I want to say a huge thank you to my friends from the Bible review community for joining me. Tim Nichols, Tim Frish, Kat Woods, R. Grant Jones, Bo Tate, and Randy Brown, thank you. I watch all of your videos. I love your channels. I'm going to put a link to each one of their YouTube channels in the description of this video, and I want you to go and subscribe to each one of them. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe to me in this video. I want you to subscribe to them as a thank you for participating in this really fun video. There's a wide world of Bible reviews out there. I'm not the only one doing it. There's a lot of great folks out there trying to help you find a Bible that's right for you. That's really what we're all doing this for. We want to help this community of people. We want people to find the Bible and love the Bible, and I love, love, love being a part of it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.